We had some forecasts for yesterday that if the market, actually the center chart right here, if the market got above 45, I think it was 39, but maybe it was 45, 46, that it should run to, oh, I see, we ran further. Yeah, okay. All this additional stuff was today's action. But either way, we were looking for about a 40-point advance up to 45.87 to 80, 85 to 87 as a minimum target on the upside. We got that. That occurred into late yesterday and then today. We've done higher today, and we're now firming up here. So very interesting action. Puts the market in a very interesting position leading into tomorrow, actually for the whole rest of this week. There are certain things that could happen that would force the market lower into some specific dates of this week. But unless and until they can do that, then the market's in a very good position. We really like what we're seeing in today's session. We have some forecasts for what the market's going to do on an hourly basis later today. So we're firming up here. I will tell you one thing, that the market is in a very strong position, particularly if they can close above 45.06 today. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, so very interesting, and very excited to see how we finish up for the week here. Now, there's a lot of people, I've noticed there are several other people that are forecasting. We're looking for a break really from here down. I'm not sure what they were using to think that that was going to happen, but they've had many days of up since then. But, you know, this is a habit with, I've had the habit myself where you just believe in something, even though it's really obvious at some point that that isn't, you got it wrong. You know, it's just not going to happen. And if you trade like that, you end up in a lot of trouble, because if you wait too long to be able to say, okay, there's really, this isn't right, then they could really run quite a distance and cause a lot of grief and take back a lot of, you know, hard-earned gains that you had. But I think in this particular case with this, you know, there was some kind of trend line that he had drawn and the market was able to break through it. It wasn't able to do what he was thinking for whatever he was thinking, looking for kind of a smash back down to these lows. I don't think these lows are going to be seen for most of this year. So just saying, from our perspective, you know, we have other things that the market is likely going to be doing, which, you know, all of you that have been on our group, you know what our forecast is, and so on. So we have, you know, there's a lot. We'll have our usual pullbacks, of course. We're going to have that. But as it stands right now, we're not really looking for those lows to be tested. It would be much later this year, if this year at all, but much later this year before we would see that. Now, if we have a new forecast that we come out with, that there's some new piece of information that we've discovered or uncovered, then we'll be certainly happy to say that. But I don't think we're going to be seeing much of those lows for quite some time. And then that the same forecast that has us moving up also to very specific prices that we haven't seen yet. This is, you know, this is just the start. Our forecast goes well beyond what you've seen here, but the premise for our forecast has the market actually below these lows at some later point, and we've given that point out when that will be. Hope that's useful. Rhonda's here. She says, David, I'm sure you meant to say the S&P is in a strong position if it closes today above 46, not 45.06. Yes, I did. Thank you. I've been hacking up the you know, the handles, the 46, the 45, the 44. It's just I've done that my whole time in markets. I don't know. It's hard for me to flip my head from, you know, a 45 handle to a what they call the handle, the first two digits, you know, over to 46, over to 47. I get it. I mess it up all the time. And you're in the meeting, so you know I can do that. Anyway, I did mean for sure that we're talking about closing above 46.05. And so 46.05 is or 46.06 to 46.05 is kind of a little center of gravity for the market. We knew that it would be coming back up to this number in today's session. We told our group that that was going to be the case. Connie's here and he says, so you have changed the long-term outlook for S&P to go heavy down move this year? No, I haven't changed anything. I can't give you out everything that I've given out, but the forecast is exactly the same as it was literally a month ago. And that has to do with where the S&P is going to be later this year. And then from that point, or even failing from a slightly higher point than that, then we're expecting a very sharp move down. That takes us, I mean, I'm giving the time frame out, that takes us into next year, that big decline that we're talking about.